Enemies are already here. Oh my god, these guys are gonna get picked off! Oh no! Oh, lost one of them. Oh my god, this guy. Oh my god. Hey, what's up everybody? This is Huts. You're watching Mouseturd, and we are playing Rymdkapsel. This game is a Swedish game. Rymdkapsel is Swedish for space capsule. So it's described as a minimalist real-time strategy game. This game originally came out for the PlayStation Mobile, and then later on came out for Android and iOS, and now it just hit Steam. So I decided to pick it up. After I saw a friend play it, it looked kind of dull at first, as you guys I'm sure will see, but it really does pick up, and it's a pretty cool game. We are going to start off with a normal game. There's also plus mode and Zen mode, and I have no idea what those mean. I think I have to unlock those because I can't even click on it, so without further ado, we'll head into the game. So right now, you start off with your little Rymdkapsel, your little space capsule, with two little workers. As you can see, they're jumping around. They look like chiclets. And then you have three types of material. There's food, energy, and material. The material. Kind of was a poor choice of words on my part, but okay. So now what you have to do is you have to keep building on to your space capsule. And the way you do that is in these Tetris-style shapes. As you can see here in the upper left corner, you can see which shapes are coming next. So much like a game of Tetris where the shapes, you see what's coming next and it drops down, you have to place it. Same exact concept, except for there's no time limit, except for in the future we have to fight enemies. And you will see that soon enough. So the first thing you have to do is to build a corridor. Now this is basically just your standard hallway, if you will, and everything else has to come off of that hallway. You also have your extractor, which you put next to these purple fields, and it'll get you this material. And then there's your reactor, which harnesses the power of the sun to produce energy. Then you have gardens to create food, kitchens to cook that food, weapons station to fight enemies, and your quarters, which makes more minions, or chiclets. And I'm probably just going to call them chiclets from now on, just because it's funny. So we have to start off with a corridor. Now that we've placed a corridor, we have this new job type on the bottom. So if you guys saw my Castle Story Let's Play, you guys know exactly what that's like to have different work groups. And so now if I take these two chiclets that are in idle, I can put them onto construction instead, and they'll go ahead and start building. And if I zoom into the corridor, you can see that it takes one material and one energy. Boom, and now we have our corridor. And now I want to try and make a extractor around that purple floating material in space. So as you can see, I can take this, but I can really only place it down if it's connected to this this area here. So it has to be connected to a corridor and to the material in order for it to be placed. As you can see, it's red over here and it's white there. So that's probably the only spot I can really put it. And my little chiclets were sleeping. Did you see them? They're sleeping on the job because they had nothing to do. So this one, it doesn't necessarily tell you exactly what it... Okay, so it does up here. It takes 2 energy, 3 material. And they will just go to work, and as soon as we have this extractor up and running, it'll over time accumulate this material from this, I don't know what you want to call that, asteroid field of some sort, since this is kind of like a space game. There is background music, but I decided to mute it because it was so loud in comparison to the actual game volume, and I didn't want that to be overpowering because I know that that kind of ruins the game for you guys sometimes. So now, since we have that, it's going to start gaining this material here, and if I zoom all the way out, you can kind of see what we're working with here. So there are different space capsules, I guess, out here, if you want to call them a space capsule, and they have these big obelisk type somethings on them. They are called monoliths, and when you build your corridors out to this monolith station, you have a new work group called Research, and you can research the station, and every time you do, you gain a certain ability, and it improves your gameplay. So the mission right now that I have is to research one of these monoliths, and we are going to try to make it out to one of them. But the thing is, you have to be really careful because you could just as easily build too much out here without getting to the monolith and use up all your resources, because there's only a finite amount of material. As you can see, there's only these, what is that, 5, 6 different clouds of material. You kind of have to be careful on what you spend it on. So we should try and expand our corridor, since we can't build anything unless it's off of a corridor. So some traps that people can get into is they will, let's say if I didn't build a corridor here on this side, but I instead made a reactor here and a garden here, I can no longer get my corridor through this area. I'd have to go all the way around this extractor, which would be a really big pain in my butt, and you'd have to spend a lot of resources. So like I said, it's all about conserving your resources and being smart about where you place things. Also in the future, we're going to need to worry about making things close enough together that it works out. You'll see it later. Okay, so I think we want a reactor so that we can start getting some energy. And I'm thinking I kind of want to have one wing that has reactors on it and possibly gardens and kitchens, and another wing that has all the quarters and weapons. I'm trying to think, because with the gardens, so the garden grows food, and you want to bring that to the kitchen. So you want the garden by the kitchen. Oops, I built a corridor and I didn't build a reactor. That was really dumb. Dude, why didn't you guys tell me? Anyways, that's okay. We can have a big corridor here to build off of and make sure that we have enough corridor to work with. Now, this is actually the reactor, which will, over time, grow the energy. And there is no limit to the energy that I've seen, so there's no worry there. But it does take 6 energy to make a reactor, which is a lot. What do we need now? Probably not too much else. I'm just going to keep going with the corridors for now, and eventually I'm going to have to make a garden and a kitchen, because we should think about getting another quarters for more of these little chicklets. Let's see here. If I make a corridor out to there, that'll be close enough to that energy field that I'll be able to get it. And also, this might be a good piece to try to get out to this one. Well, maybe not. I think that piece would actually do pretty well right there, so I'm going to go ahead and place that there. There's no really, like, set order to what they go and build on, so I don't really understand what the pathfinding is for the building, but as for now, I'm not really concerned about it, because you'd like to think that they would go start building on the most important thing and get resources from the closest position, but I'm not exactly sure that that's how it works. So it seemed like they started on the reactor, so they actually finished the reactor, which is nice, because since this corridor was actually closer to the material, you think that they might just plop over there and get that instead, but they didn't do it. So let's see here, the square. What do I want to use the square for? I want the square, I want weapons on the squares, and the reason for that is, actually I'll explain it as soon as it's built. I think that's probably a good spot right there for it. And as I said, this kind of looks dull, it kind of looks a little boring right away, but it does pick up as soon as you have, 8 little chicklet guys running around, and you have different weapon stations and enemies attacking. As you can see here in the bottom screen, this red bar here, as soon as that gets all the way full, enemies start coming. So they better actually hurry up. I might have spent too much time explaining the game and not enough time playing it, because they're going to have to finish that weapon station before this enemy comes. They should be just fine, though, because they only have 1 more material and 1 more piece of food. Dude, he's already got the material. Why do you have material? Unless it takes... No, you don't need that one, dude. Oh, he's going to... He just dropped it. Huh, looks like it just kind of disappeared. I wonder if they send it back to this area. I'd like to think so, and it doesn't just evaporate, because that was wasted material. And like this, he didn't need to take 2 of them, but they did. So let's see here. Yep, okay, so it was teleported back here to this little home base. Now that they have this weapon station, they will be safe. Each weapon station only has 2 parts to it, and they can run around anywhere along this station. And they're going to be most effective when they're grouped together. So it's nice to have this square, because if it's a long one guy could be at this end, one guy could be at this end, and the guy on the one end could get attacked, and he won't get the backup from the other guy because he's not close enough. Whereas here, they're much more likely to be clumped together, which is the best thing. Let's go ahead and make a garden. Actually, you know what? With the long piece, I like to make corridors with that because I don't like to mess around. Let's go ahead and do that. They're going to keep building. Actually, they're going to have to be sent to defense really soon here. I'll let them drop that off. Attack is imminent. Dudes, hurry up! Okay, so now I'm going to drop them off in their defense post. You'll see that they pick up these little bags. It's like a Ghostbusters thing where they got the vacuum pack in their back, and they can use these things. Actually, that kind of looks like a shield to me now that I look at it. But I kind of liked it better when I thought it was a backpack, like a Ghostbusters kind of a thing. But you'll see that they can shoot these guys down. Okay, so these were just harmless scouts. And later on, you're going to see some more, some tougher enemies. What do I need next? I did say that I wanted one place with the gardens and kitchens together. So maybe I'll start trying to plan that out. I'm kind of thinking I want that like maybe right off here down the middle. So we could probably start it off with, I don't know if I want this kind of a corridor though, because this corridor kind of sucks. Maybe I'll put that corridor there. Well, whatever. Let's just go ahead and... I kind of wish that material station wasn't there, that extractor, but it is what it is. So let's just go ahead and keep building off here, and I'm going to make another corridor down this way. And with the square, like I said, I wanted to do the weapon station, and I want to clump the weapon stations close together. So, as you can see, I can't place another weapon station inside this ring, so they kind of make it challenging on you and force you to have them pushed apart, because if you clump them all together, it would be really cheap for the enemies, because they would all just get shot by every one of your chiclets, and it wouldn't be as challenging as it could have been. But anyways, it was kind of a waste to spend my resources right now on building a weapon station instead of a gardens and kitchen, because we don't need it right now. But like I said, I wanted to use up that that square, because we have to wait until we get a square back now. I guess with this, like I said, just to continue on with the corridor. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to use this on a corridor over here to push this out, because at some point I'm going to have to hit that material station, or that cloud of materials I called it before. And now I want to start thinking about making a garden and kitchen combo, I should say. And then the kitchen, say right there. That's probably good enough. Actually, you know what? Right next to it would be really cool. So let's do that. So these guys have got their work cut out for them already. And as soon as we get the gardens and kitchens up and running, we could actually get another quarters, and we could get 2 more chiclets. You are about to deplete your materials. That doesn't really look like it. I've got plenty of materials. I don't know what that guy's smoking. Build another extractor adjacent to a fresh particle field. Oh, right here. The cloud of material is about to be sucked dry. So they want me to build another extractor before I run out of material, which is probably a good idea. Is there a better way to position this? That's okay. So as you can see, this over here, these 2 spaces are kind of wasted space, but they do leave room for the material to sit in there, and that's just 1 material per slot. And it stops sucking out the materials as soon as it's full. So, and you'll notice that's the same thing with the gardens and the kitchen. As soon as it's full, production stops. So if you want to be productive and as efficient as possible, you want to have things constantly being built and the food constantly being eaten. As soon as we have a kitchen as well, we're going to have another work group called food service. And they're going to have to take this thing called the green sludge, and they bring it to the kitchen. Oh crap, I wasn't even thinking. Attack's imminent. You guys got to get to your... hopefully they go to the same station. Okay, because it's kind of tricky when they go to separate stations. Where's the enemy coming in from? Okay, he's not here. When they go to separate stations, they get separated, and only 1 guy can shoot an enemy. I think it takes about 4 hits for the enemy to kill the chiclet. It looks like it's only 1 enemy at this point. Let's zoom in, see the action. So I think it takes like 4 hits to kill the enemy and 4 hits to kill your chicklet. And if they don't kill your chicklet in enough time, then the chicklet regains its health. It's about like a 3-second thing. You'll notice that like when our chicklets start getting hit, their little chicklet body like shrinks, and then if they stop getting hit, it'll just shoot right back up like a halo shield, you know. But they can die when they get overwhelmed, and they're much more likely to get overwhelmed when they're split up. So it would actually be a really good thing to get more quarters and to get two more chicklets, just to make sure that each of these weapon stations are manned fully. So you never want to have more weapon stations than you do chicklets. It makes it for a pretty dicey situation. But you definitely want to have weapon station for every chicklet, because one guy could get stuck out here, and the enemy's obviously going to be, have free reign to just kill him, and you can't really direct them on where to go. So you definitely want to have enough weapon stations, but not too many weapon stations. And that gets pretty dicey actually when you start losing chicklets, because then you have those empty slots. So like if you end up getting overwhelmed to the point where your chicklets can't keep up, then you start losing more and more chicklets, and the more you lose after that, because they can't defend themselves properly, and the game gets pretty stressful. As I said, like, it looked pretty dull and boring in the beginning, but now I can't even stop talking about explaining the game to you guys, because there's so much to it that is under the surface when you first look at it. So right now we are going to make a corridor station, and I'm not sure. I don't really think it matters if I make the corridor station that close to this area, because they do have to bring the food to the quarters, but it's not that big of a deal. So maybe I'll go ahead and put it off over this way. I think that would be pretty good. And it does take a lot of resources and energy and food to make this. So all right, I want both you guys in construction. I actually grabbed the construction guy and took him off, and I took the material right out of his hand. All right, what do we need to do next? I think our next goal, so this cloud was sucked dry. This one is just starting, so we have enough material. I probably want to make it out to one of these other material clouds before it gets too late. That sounded really dramatic. Maybe I want to make another reactor, because this guy isn't really keeping up with the demand. And also another thing I can do is put somebody onto this work group called engineering, and all that does is it makes this reactor, it makes it produce energy a lot faster. But I mean, it does take one of your guys off the work group, and that sucks. So the good thing about the whole food service and construction thing, you're thinking, well, that's kind of a pain that you have to have somebody to move the food around. The construction workers can grab the food, they just can't move the green sludge into the kitchen. So that kind of makes it a tricky situation. And we're about to get attacked already. I'm assuming it's probably going to be 2 enemies this time. It could be 1 again, but probably not. All right, let's move these guys. Hopefully they go into the same one again. This guy looks like he might go over here, actually, so this might be tricky. Yeah, he's going to go to the other one. You'll see that it takes a lot longer, and they're going to take a lot more hits when they're split up like this. But I think we'll be able to survive. Hopefully it's only 1 enemy. Okay, 2 enemies. We'll see how we do. They're coming in from over here. All right, he got 3 shots off. As you can kind of see, he had a little chip off his shoulder. So maybe it takes more than 4 hits. Maybe it's like 5 or 6, but you'll see. Okay, so you see every shot, he kind of like lost some corners there. But his health came back in less than 3 seconds. I said it was 3 seconds. It's probably more like half a second, which seems like it'd be really hard for them to die. But trust me, I got to the point where my guys were getting killed off pretty quickly. And this game got really overwhelming. All right, so we're doing good on material. And our quarters is not really that close to being built, but they're plugging away. I'll let them go ahead and do that. I hope you guys like this game. It's pretty chill. It's not a crazy game at all, but it's something I wanted to pick up, and I thought that it'd be a good game to just chat over, because heaven knows I got plenty to say. But there is something to be said, though. I don't know if you guys are running a gaming channel or not. There's probably a good chance that at least probably 10% of you guys are running your own gaming channel, which is cool. But there's something to be said for when you're actually put on the spot and actually like you set time to do something like this. You kind of freeze up. It seems like such an easy idea. And you're thinking about it like, oh, I could do that. That'd be so easy. And that's kind of what my mentality was at first. And if you guys go ahead and if you watch my first videos, like my first Binding of Isaac or my first Faster Than Light, it was kind of slow. Okay, so now I need to move my guys to food service so they can cook the food and then they can bring it here. I think it's 2 food for every chiclet. So we'll get those guys on that and we'll have more chiclets in no time. But as I was saying, there's just something to be said for, it's easier said than done kind of a thing. But I think that I've actually gotten much, much better at this. And being more comfortable in front of a camera is actually one of the perks that I wanted to get from doing this. I thought that, because I was always a shy guy. Growing up, I was extremely shy, and I wouldn't ever think about doing anything like this. Or like speech class, I was so envious of the kids that could just jump up in front of hundreds of other students or teachers or whoever, their parents, other people's parents, and just like read off and first of all memorize something, and then second of all read it off in front of others. Like I would just panic, and I still do panic. It took me like 6 tries to get this intro correct. All right, back to the game here for a second. What do I want to do? I have an extra chiclet, and he's in construction, but he doesn't really have anything to build. So let's try and get an extractor. There we go. We can get an extractor out to this material field. All right, so that looks pretty good. And now we have our 4th chiclet, and we're about to be attacked really soon, but we should be just fine with 4 chiclets. What do I want to think about building next? Possibly... we'll think about that after we defend ourselves. How about that? All right. So, speaking of our channel, we actually just hit over 800 subscribers, which is freaking awesome. At first, I kind of had an unrealistic idea of how this whole YouTube thing was going to go. I thought that like overnight I was just going to have thousands of subscribers, because I was like, just like I was saying, like, oh, I could do that. It ended up being a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. There were a lot more people doing this than I thought there were going to be. All right, so it starts off pretty easy like this, so don't think that this game is all just this easy. But as I was saying, it seemed like this whole thing, it seemed like I was going to get a lot more subscribers than I really did, and it was kind of a wake-up call. And then I kind of, after spending more time on YouTube, realized that there are just so many people doing this, and a lot of them are really, really good at it, a lot better than I was, and it was pretty overwhelming for a while there. But I mean, not so much as in like because it was underwhelming at the same time, because we had so few subscribers. And not that I'm trying to be like, not that I'm saying I don't appreciate the guys, those of you who did subscribe, but maybe I should just stop talking. Am I putting my foot in my mouth? But anyways, today we have 800 subscribers, and I am so grateful that we've had even 100 subscribers. That was such a monumental thing for us. As soon as I snapped out of this unrealistic idea that we were just going to be famous overnight and yada yada yada. And to be honest, I really didn't do this to get famous. That wasn't really one of my goals. Obviously, who doesn't want to be famous, right? I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that like I hope I don't ever get famous, because everybody knows that would be just a big old lie. Do I want to build there? I could build there. I kind of do. This is kind of just a nice little hugged up spot here. I kind of like this, so I'm going to build there. But as I was saying, like, of course, you know, I would like to be, you know, as famous as Toby Turner for lots of reasons, you know, because you're just famous and people know you, and not only that, but you're making tons of money. Who's going to say that they wouldn't want that? But really what I wanted to do with this was, when I was playing video games, especially Minecraft, I felt like I wasn't being as productive as I should have been. And I kind of felt like after a while, considering how old I am too, that it was kind of almost like I was not spending my time as I should be. Because, you know, there's so many people my age that are getting married, that are, you know, having kids, moving into houses, and here I am playing Minecraft, and I'm like, what am I doing with my life? And so I thought it would be really, really cool if I made it something more. And that's exactly what I saw in this whole YouTube thing. I made playing games something more than just playing games, so I didn't feel like I was wasting my life somehow. And, you know, not to say that, you know, Minecraft's stupid or it's a waste of your life. That's not what I'm getting at. I'm just saying, with my situation and how it looked, you know, with people having kids, and like I said, all that whole thing was just kind of scary. Oh crap, I'm not paying attention to the game, I'm too busy talking. Everybody go to defense! We need to get more people, and so this quarters is going to have to start coming into fruition sooner than later. After this wave, I'm going to get this completed, get the chicklets out of it, and then build another weapons port. Alright, so we got 3 enemies, we got 1 fast one and 2 slow ones. Uh-oh, so they're both targeting this one spot here. Okay, so that guy got chopped down to half health, which is actually kind of scary because I don't want to lose anybody just yet. Okay, as I said, I want to make another weapons port so that when these 2 chicklets come into the world, when they're birthed, they'll have a nice spot to defend. I like this spot right here. That's just nice and tight right in there. Alright. What was I just talking about? I gotta try to jog my memory now, this game. As I said, you know, it's getting to the point where it's not just this boring nothingness of like, okay, build this, build that. There's actually much more going on. I was talking about the channel, and of course I'd love to be famous and that whole spiel. Let's see here, let's build the corridor right there. What I really wanted to do was make this into something more, and that's definitely what it's becoming. For a while there, we started to get subscribers, you know, like when we were starting to get like 50 subscribers and then 60 subscribers, and it was going pretty slow. It was probably like 10 a month or something like that. And there weren't really enough people. Okay, I need to start building something. I need a reactor. Let's see here. Let's build this reactor. That's an okay spot for it. I don't mind that at all. There weren't enough people to really view every one of our videos and to comment and like our videos, so it kind of felt like we had subscribers, but they weren't really active subscribers, which, okay, I'm really blowing it here. I need to build another reactor, but that's going to suck up all of my energy. I need to get, like, there we go, 2 engineers. That should really speed things up. And get into the food service to really get that going. And let's just put the other guys into defense so I don't forget to put them in there. There weren't really enough people to make it really seem like it was being productive. And now we've definitely hit a point where, you know, we get at least 50 views in every video, and at least somebody comments on a video. And I love, if you guys have followed me before, you guys know that I love sitting there on my phone and I just update it and like wait for somebody to comment, or wait obsessively, as Callie puts it. I think it's just the right amount, but whatever. I just love to hear from you guys and to get feedback. It's absolutely, it's just fantastic. I love it. Okay, so I am neglecting the game right now because I'm too busy talking. We have another reactor right now, which is excellent. I'm going to put one of the food service guys onto engineering so he can get that sped up. And we have a weapons station, which was just in time because we needed that third weapon station to get all the chicklets in there to defend. Oh my god, this could not have been timed more perfectly. or more close. I mean, I guess it's not really perfect because I almost blew it, but I love the little sound effects they added in this game. Alright, 3 enemies. We probably got some slow guys. Looks like we got 2 slower here and 1 really slow here. So you're probably wondering, why does it matter that they're slower? The thing is, if this guy was really fast, I'll let him kill him first. There we go. If he was really fast, he would just fly right over those guys, and he wouldn't be there long enough to really kill somebody. He would shoot by these guys, get shot, shoot by these guys, get shot some more, and he would die by the time he got over here. But since he's slow, if there were 3 slow guys, they just sit there and just fire on one of your chiclets, and they just destroy them. Alright, food service is actually full. We need to make another quarters, I think. We really need to make more corridor, but we shouldn't do that with the square. What I'm going to do is actually make another garden here. Alright. My next task, what do I really need to do? I really need to get to that monolith, is what I really need to do. And that's probably what I should be doing. So can I make a corridor and connect that up? Just yet, I can. It's kind of awkward, but you know what? I'm actually going to wait until these are built because I don't want to split up my construction force, get them distracted. Okay, so we have this. Is that a reactor going in? Did I build another reactor? I did build another reactor. I don't really need another reactor now. Let's take this guy off of engineering and put him on construction. I'm going to place that corridor here. And then we should really think about getting another quarters. I'm going to make this corridor over here so that I can get to that cloud of material. And then I'm going to build a quarters actually out this way. The quarters, they don't really have to be close by. The only thing it's good for is spawning your chiclets. And when one of your chiclets dies, you have to bring the food back to that corridor to respawn him. So it'll just take another 2 food, and it's no big deal at all. Okay, so we got to the monolith, and now we have this research group on the bottom. I'm actually going to go ahead and put 2 guys on research. You can put 3 total per monolith. As you can see, there's 3 little backpacks. 3 little Ghostbuster-style backpacks, and they're going to shoot this beam at the monolith, and this little bar here is like a loading bar. It kind of looks like he's got a little snorkel on, doesn't it? So they shoot this little beam, and that's called researching the monolith. And as soon as this bar gets all the way to the top, that's when we get our upgrade. And then also, as I said, there are 3 more of those after this one. So let's see here. We're making a quarters, that's good, and another corridor to get to that material patch. Anything else that we really need to do right now? Another kitchen would actually not be so bad. So let's see if I can snug that one right in there. Make sure that's a kitchen because I have placed the wrong thing. Okay, shnikes. I was not prepared for this. We're gonna need another defense post too as soon as this this quarters gets set up. Uh-oh, these guys. The problem with these monoliths is that they're so far away from the middle here that if you build all of your defense stations here, they really have to run. Oh, go faster. Okay, they made it. They made it. Barely. Alright, this should be... Okay, this could actually be a problem here. Uh-oh. See, right there. We just lost our first chiclet. Sucks. So I'm going to put 1 guy in food service. Apparently 2 guys in food service. That was an accident, but I'm okay with it. They are going to go ahead and move the food to the quarters to try to get that guy back. Or get a new guy, I should really say. Okay, so this food service guy, okay, he ran out of food, so now he's just going to go ahead and take the green sludge and bring it to the kitchen. And then as soon as there's another food available, they're either going to bring it over here or they're going to bring it over here. They could actually bring it to the kitchen. That takes 3 food. So let's see here. We need 2 food here, 3 food here, and 1 food here. We do not have enough food for this. Alright, and nobody's researching. I'm going to put at least 1 person on research because I really want that upgrade. I mean, that might be an unwise decision, but I'm going to do it. Maybe I should make a little land bridge here if I ever get the chance. Maybe get one of those long pieces. And if I put that in there, they might have a quicker path to get to this weapon station. So let's see here. I wish they put a button. Oh, prioritize. There we go. So there is a button where you can prioritize certain things, which is actually really nice. What do we want to? Do we want to prioritize anything right now? Maybe this guy, because we don't really need the quarters, especially since we don't have the weapon stations for it. So we have a square. Square is really good for weapon stations, so this is perfect timing. Where do I want to make it though? If I make it like here, I'm trying to think. Because I have a long piece coming up, but I don't think it's long enough to span this distance. So I kind of want to make this weapon station out here for anybody who's researching. I think that'd probably be the best idea. So they don't have to run as far. Alright, and hopefully these things complete at the same time. Because like I said, you don't want to have too many weapon stations, and you don't want to have too few weapon stations. And we're about to be attacked again. So at the end, the enemies come so fast that you don't have enough time to do anything but defend. And then you start losing chiclets, and then you're just shut out of luck because you can't do anything. You can't stop them. And that's where I got to last time, where I was just about to research. I think I did research the last monolith, and I just tried to hold out for like 28 waves. But I was not efficient enough to last that many waves. Okay, so now we need to get our guys back. This guy's going to have to run a very long ways, or slide, or whatever the hell he's doing. What does a chiclet do? Slide? I don't know. Alright, but good thing he's here at this station and not here at this far station. Dude, go faster! Hopefully there's not a clump of enemies like there was last time, because I do not want to lose another chiclet. Okay, this looks like it's no problem. There, okay. Yep, no problem. Okay, I'm going to make this corridor here, and so that I can make sure that I get a path out to these monoliths and to these patches of material. And I'm going to take these guys, probably put most of them on construction and one of them on research. Well, okay, let's put one on food service because we do have this thing completed now. And I want to prioritize this to make sure that we get our weapon station in before we get anybody coming out of here. Because I want a spot for them to run to when they need to defend. I'm not sure where they go if they don't have a weapon station to go to. They probably just sit on their whatever task you gave them. And in this case, research would be way out here. He'd be dead for sure. Engineering wouldn't be too bad since they're kind of right around the weapon stations. That would actually be a really good thing to do if I'm ever in that situation. Okay, so I prioritized this, but they're bringing all the stuff over here, and they're completing this. So I'm not really sure if the prioritization really works. But what do I need to build next? I should be building... I'm kind of low on material, so maybe I want to take advantage of this cloud out here. An extractor might not be the worst thing to do. As for right now, I don't really need to worry about making another kitchen and gardens. Last time I played, I did not need more than 2 of each, so I think I'm going to leave it there. And I want to research that, but I need more little chiclets because they're kind of all running around and doing stuff. I'm halfway to the next enemy group. So this timed waves in the different work groups, it really, really reminds me of Castle Story. Except for Castle Story, which was much more sandbox than this is. And as I said, if you guys haven't seen that series, you should definitely go check it out because a lot of people that were subscribed to me were really big fans of the Castle Story series, and I really like that game too. But since it was only early access, I kind of got burnt out on it, and there wasn't really much else for me to do with it. So, all right, they're doing work on that monolith. What else do I want to go for? It's always about planning that next step in preparing yourself for that. So I guess I'm going to go for more chiclets. I'm not really building anything right now. Okay, we need to go for defense here. Alright. Everybody man your post! One of these chiclets is going to have to run extra far because only 2 of them can get into this station. Oh god. Looks like one of them's faster than the other, so they must have like stats per chiclet. Or I wonder if he was running faster because he had a longer distance. I have no idea how it works out. Okay, that guy's going to get picked off, as is that guy. This guy's alone, so that's really good. And these two guys are clumped up, so I'm kind of worried about this. They're kind of coming to a head here, and this guy's alone. Uh-oh, this guy's going to die for sure. No, don't die! Oh my god, he took one. If he had another chicklet in there, he would have been safe, for sure. Okay, you know what? Food service, you're going to get like 3 people right now, and I'm not really building anything. So 2 on research, 1 on construction, and I want to start building another quarters. So maybe just like put the quarters like over here, put them like really close to the food source, so that the guys who are doing the food service don't have to run as far. I kind of want to spam right now. I kind of want to spam the food service. Okay, we'll leave 1 person on research because I don't want that to fall underfoot. But as for everything else, we're kind of running low on material. This cloud is about up. But we have 1 really close here, and then this one's almost done building. Only 1 person, 2 people on construction, and they've got a lot to build, because this takes 4, 6, and 4. So that's going to be a lot of trips. I'm not really managing them as well as I could be, as well as I should be, but we are getting some guys that are coming into the world right now, put them all in construction so they can help out. I thought I was going to be able to do more vloggy type stuff with this, but I'm so busy right now with this game. I told you guys it was going to pick up. And I'm not sure if I'm going to split this into multiple episodes because it is kind of a longer game. I might split it up, I might not. You guys already know if I did or not, because I'm saying that I'm about 40 minutes into this. If I split it up, I'll probably do like half-hour episodes. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think, if you want it all in one, if you want to split up. It's actually really helpful. And don't be afraid to speak your mind either, because I know that we have a lot more subscribers and a lot more people that view our videos than really comment. And that's fine if you guys just don't want to say a whole lot, because I'm pretty shy myself. You know, I might not comment on a video. You've seen me commenting on videos because here on YouTube I feel really comfortable. But I know that I respect if somebody, you know, isn't really comfortable with, you know, talking too much, and that's fine. But I'm trying to say that please do if you can, because it really does help us to know what you guys are thinking. Unless you guys are just going to be a complete asshole, and in that case, then, you know, maybe not. Try to be as nice as possible. Alright, this guy... Okay, this guy's alone once again. He's not going to be, but this guy's got to make it all the way down there. We've already picked off one of the enemies. We got 4 more. Okay, that was 2 done. That was really, really good. This guy better get into there. Dude, get in there! Okay. That was close. That was a long way that guy had to run. Kind of feel bad for him. Okay, so now we want to prioritize this, which, I mean, doesn't really make sense since that's the only building that needs to be built. But we also need to build a reactor. I'm going to go ahead and build that there. There we go. That's perfect. And with this straight piece, I'm going to make my way down to this guy over here. Okay. So we should get 2 more guys. Ooh, we just researched the monolith. We just completed our first mission. Our second mission is to research all of the monoliths. And then it's survived 28 waves. Okay, so we can take these guys off of the research for now and put them onto construction. And we don't really need engineering since these are all full. I really didn't need 3. I should have only built 2, but, you know, what are you going to do? It's already done now. We need to make a defense station, like, now. And since that square piece is next, I'm going to go ahead and just plop a corridor down somewhere, possibly. Just put a corridor, like, over here. That's fine with me. And then I'm going to go ahead and build a weapon station. I'm going to go ahead and build it up here. And just put that guy right under defense. I got nothing. Well, put him on construction, fine. Wait. That was actually... I didn't make weapons. I made a corridor, so I had to cancel it, so I didn't really get to use that. we'll go ahead and build this guy like right here, weapons station. And put him there. This food service, they're not really doing anything. I want to prioritize that. They might not be able to complete it by the time... They better hurry up because the enemy's about to be here and we're going to have 2 chicklets that have nothing to do if they don't build it. There we go. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just put everybody on defense now so they can get to their post. They're all safe. I don't have to worry about them. Whew. This game, it looks like it's just going to be a no-brainer, easy game, and then it just blossoms before you. Yeah, whatever. I'm lame. I know. Get over it. We should be totally fine. These guys are grouped up nicely. They're mostly in squares. There's 6 enemies, so we'll see. Okay, these 2 guys are really making me nervous over here. That's what I'm going to focus on to make sure don't lose anybody. Don't lose anybody. Perfect. There we go. So this game can go either way. Sometimes you just get royally screwed, and other times it goes like just crazy awesome. Okay, we have, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 chicklets. That is a lot. We need to start making corridors out to the monoliths. I have a square. I want to build a weapon station, as you guys know, with a square. I'm not really sure where that's going to go. Maybe I'll put that like down over here. This weapon station will be good when I start getting guys researching out all the way over here. I'm going to keep going with this corridor because I want to get there like today and start researching that thing. I mean, that's kind of a waste of corridor. That's kind of a waste of piece, but, you know, screw it. All right, and also we should be building another quarters because since I made that extra weapon station, you guys know how I feel. Never have too much, never too few. No, wait, that's not a weapon station. Why do I keep doing that? Oh, now I'm prioritizing it. No, cancel it. Oh, these guys almost spent their energy on that. I'm not thinking straight today. Quarters. Did I just cancel a quarters? And I just thought it was a weapon station? I'm losing it. I'm losing it right now. It probably already was a quarters, and and I'm going to prioritize it just as I freaked out about doing it and then canceled it. Oh boy. At some point I'm going to need to reach this, what do you want to call it? Cloud of material. I need to reach that at some point, so let's go ahead and build some corridor out to that. Since that is our last cloud, we have that one, and that's it. That's all we get. And we need to reach these monoliths. We're not even close to those monoliths. Oh boy. This is going to be interesting. And we are getting attacked like now. Okay. Everybody get to your defense posts. 10 chicklets though. That's really good. I think last time I only got it to 8. And the more we have, the better we're going to be in defense. But then again, the more chicklets we have, that means we spent too much time, or we potentially spent too much time getting chicklets and not enough time getting to the monoliths. And oh god, that's a oh, lost a guy. And this guy's in trouble because he's alone. Crap. Okay, he's safe. Because the clump over here making me nervous. Uh-oh, he's gonna die, isn't he? Oh, thank god. Oh, I'm gonna put 2 guys on the food service so that they can start getting food. Because I have no food on deck right now for the people that just died. And for the station that I just built. All right. And this is running really low, this cloud over here. I'm at that point in the game where things are starting to pick up and it's making me really nervous. All right, that should be good enough to get out there. And then I'm going to build an extractor. Let's hug it right there. Yeah, perfect. Huggies. Do we need anything else? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weapon stations. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 quarters, am I seeing that correctly? Yes, okay, 5 quarters because we started with 2 chicklets, so that makes sense. We have 1 person in Idol, American Idol, American Chicklet. We just reached the monolith, which is extremely good. Let's put 3 guys on that immediately. We are halfway to the next enemies, and halfway to the next wave, I should say. I'm just kind of talking out of my ass right now, and it's not making sense. And we really need to focus on getting to that cloud, and after that, we really need to focus on getting out to these monoliths before our material runs out. It would be really nice if there weren't such a finite amount of resources. Okay, you know what? These guys are out here so far that they're going to have to run to defenses like now, because they have to run so far to get down there. Holy crap. I have no idea what I was just... Oh yeah, I wish there was an unlimited amount of material, just like there's an unlimited amount of... Everybody stop what you're doing! Unlimited amount of energy, but that's not the case, and it does make it interesting. It does make you think a little bit more. Okay, it looks like everybody's going to be able to reach their stations, hopefully, in time. And every station is manned. This is perfect. Okay, oh my god, 7 enemies, and this is only wave 13. This is making me nervous up here. But looks like we're handling it like a boss. Oh yeah. That's the end of that story. Perfect. Okay, so 3 at the research. Most of the people in construction. Keep at least 1 person on food service, because we are going to need, especially in the future, we're going to need that food to get those guys back. In fact, we should really make another kitchen right now. I know I want to use that square for defense, but I really don't think we should be building any more chiclets right now. I think we have plenty. I'm going to go ahead and build this here, just so that we can move the sludge into there and just have a bunch of food on hand to spare, because we're going to really need it when our chiclets start dying. That, I think, was probably where I went wrong in the last one. Like I said, I just played this and I failed miserably because I got overrun, and I didn't have enough food, so that when my chiclets started dying, I couldn't make more fast enough, because I had to move the sludge into the kitchen, wait for it to cook, then move from the kitchen, and by that time I was like losing so many guys that it just wasn't worth it. But we have a lot of people on construction. This is awesome. And we need to start making some more corridors so we can reach these monoliths. Not that we're really going to be able to research them at this point, but we should be prepared to do so. We have the chiclets, so we should get on it. All right, we are good on energy, as usual. These guys are going to have to stop researching, like, now. Food service, get to defense, and construction. Oh my gosh, but look how much energy they have out there. They're just going to drop that. I don't have a choice. They got to drop their energy. And this red bar down here with the enemies, it actually starts going faster and faster, as I said before. And it gets to a point where it just, like, flies by. You don't have a chance to do anything. Alright, where's our trouble spots here? Right here. This is going to be troublesome. Oh, that guy almost died if you saw that. Okay. Are these guys going to be able to handle it? Oh my god! Oh, he almost died. He was so close to dying. This is getting stressful. Alright. I can't get out here yet. I have enough construction tasks to go around, so I don't need to really worry about getting more workers or having less construction. I'm just going to go ahead and put these out here just so these guys can get on it. There's no rush, but it won't hurt. With the square, I can't really fit it in there, so I'm going to have to go ahead and make another kitchen, I say. And I'm going to make the kitchen as close to the gardens as I can. I think that's probably the best spot for it right now. Alright, I'm almost to the other monoliths, and as soon as they get there, we should be able to just spam the research stations and just go crazy with it. And then as soon as we research them all, I think that I'm probably going to go for massing chiclets so that we can just get an army and I don't have to worry about defending anymore, because I only got to like wave 23 and that was enough for me. I think there was like, I don't know, like 13 enemies or something ridiculous. Alright, these guys are doing work on that monolith. This is really good. Anything that I should be really concerned about right now? Not really that I'm seeing. These guys need to go to defense stations. These guys too, since they're like way out there. I'm gonna wait for him to drop that. And then there we go. Alright. Hopefully one of these research stations contains slower enemy, the waves. It'll like make it so that you get more time between waves. I think that was one of them. Alright, 8 enemies. I'm not liking this over here. Or this over here. This, let's see here. But we're handling it like, oh my god, that guy almost died. He was down to his last hit. Alright, alright, alright. We did it. We don't need that many people on research. Or no, we do, okay. We can fit 6 people on research now. And put everybody else, put 1 person on food service. I always like having 1 person just so they can get the food going. There's 2 more slots to get food going. There's about to be another kitchen, so just get them ready for that. And then after I build these roads out here, I might as well just freaking place that there. Why not? After they build that, I'll have no more construction tasks, and I'll probably just have them, like I said, mass up some quarters and weapon stations. These guys are almost done, so there's going to be 3 more people freed up. Alright. Such a long path to get out here, though. It's ridiculous. These researchers are going to have to run so far in order to get to the weapon stations. And I'm almost at the next wave again. Okay, extractors are now more efficient. Kind of a waste, considering I'm almost done with all the extractors. Like, all of these are offline. So that was kind of a waste of a monolith, but see here, 3 of these guys can be freed up to do something else. I'm actually about to be attacked, so you guys should go to here, everybody else go to here. It would be nice if I could have them continue to do their job while others defended, because you lose a lot of man hours or chiclet hours when you pull them all off their duties and they drop all of their items. It's kind of wasteful, but okay, everybody's spread out really nicely, so this should be not a problem. Oh, I lost somebody over here. Okay, so it looks like I lost 1 chiclet in that, and 2 people didn't even make it to their stations. Jeez. Put some people in construction. Put 2 people on food service since I need to get some chiclets back. Or at least 1 chiclet. And 2 people can go into construction. I really don't need that many people on construction, so I should really be making more construction tasks to do. So quarters are all kind of over here next to the food. I'm going to keep going on with that idea. There we go. Look at that. That is an efficient use of space if I've seen one. So we have 1 more quarters. I want to prioritize this piece of road, though, because they need to get to that monolith before our material runs out. And I have somebody on idle. I think he just got back from being killed. I wonder if it's the same chiclet, if they have the technology to recreate the same chiclet, or if it's a new guy, a new recruit that comes into the picture. It's kind of morbid to think about, but still a question that's on my mind. God, already I'm being attacked. I told you guys this was going to happen. And there's no way they can run from all the way where they are. This guy is going to make it all the way. And who knows if he's going to get a spot there. He might have to go all the way over to this one. Or like this guy. Hopefully they're going to leave room for him here. If not, the enemies are already here. Oh my god, these guys are going to get picked off! Oh no! Oh, lost one of them. Oh my god, this guy, oh my god. That was not good. Okay, 3 there, a couple there, and I'm up 3 on food service so they can just haul ass. I guess I really don't need 3. 2 guys at least so they can get the food to the quarters, both the quarters. I need to make a weapon station, and I should really make one like out here so that these guys can reach it. And that was a corridor, not a weapon station. I keep doing that, and then I keep pressing prioritize instead of cancel. Oh, help me. There we go. Weapon station. I'm gonna make it right there. Okay, so we have one person on idle. Food service, they're not doing anything. Let's put 3 more on research. God, I'm almost gonna be attacked again. This is brutal. I'm gonna have to pull these guys already. They didn't even get out there, and I'm already pulling them. Oh boy. So 2 more monoliths, and we can reach them both. That's really good. They have to run so far. I might just make another weapon station out here, because this is ridiculous how far they have to run. But they all made it. Okay, any trouble spots? Over here, kind of. Oh, that guy was on his last legs. Right here is troublesome. Oh, he died. Okay, so we lost one. This is another troublesome area, but it looks like they're going to handle it. All right. Spam everybody on research. 2 on food service to get that guy back, and then construction everybody else. Because we need to build this guy so we can get 2 more chicklets. What else do we need to do? Probably another weapon station. Can we fit one in? We can fit one in like right there. Or maybe we want to fit one in like right over here. That might be like another good spot. I'm thinking right there is probably a good spot. But do we really need the weapon station? We could do the weapon station, but then we'd have to make another quarters. And I think I'm kind of thinking too far ahead of myself at this point. We have another idle worker. So we are able to get our guys back in time for the next wave, but we're really not able to do much before we have to pull everybody. I hate how fast we have to pull them. They barely get anywhere in that monolith, and I have to pull them back. And then these guys can't even make it back to their stations by the time we're attacked. I'm going to have to build a weapon stations out here. I'm going to prioritize that, because that needs to come in, like, now. Oh my god, there's a clump right here. This is not good. Oh my god, here too! Lost one. Okay, only lost one guy. Go! Research! That was wave 19. It said 10 enemies. This is stepping it up. I'm almost at the point where I got to last time where I just died because I couldn't handle it. It's probably going to happen at this point. Hopefully I get all 3 monoliths, but it's kind of likely that I won't. Dude, grab from there. There's material right there. Why are you bringing it from way over there? Hopefully they pick this stuff right up right here. No, right here. You guys. Material. Oh, okay, never mind. It's done. It's got full material. Now they just need food. I have to pull them back already. This is insane. You know what? I'm going to leave 3 researchers. I don't even care. They're going to research through the battle. I need to do this because there's one of these monoliths that slows the time of the enemies coming. I have to risk it. I got to do it. And of course, they're going to pick that guy off immediately. Hopefully, these guys get untouched. Well, there's a guy right there that's coming for him. Okay, lost one guy. Lost another guy. One of the researchers. This guy's just hounding on this guy. He won't let him go. Dang it! Well, that sucks. So I lost, like, what, 3 or 4 guys in that one? Oh my god. We still need to research. I'm going to put 2 people on construction. 4 people on research. I wonder if they're going to go 2 and 2 or if they're going to go 3 and 1. I have no idea what it's supposed to be, so... stressful. We do have the food, though. That was the plus side of getting that many kitchens. So we should get these guys back pretty quickly. And I'm being attacked already. Are you kidding me? Is this a joke? Is this some sick joke? This guy's gonna finish it up. Nope, you gotta do it. Nope. Oh, I tried to pull that guy off the one over there. I'm pointing, but you guys, it's totally reversed. It's like probably over there in that corner. Oh, that guy's gonna die for sure. Oh my god, 4 enemies on him. I don't see how we live through this, honestly. Yeah, these guys are both dead. This is it. Game's over. Lost another one. And another one. God, this just sucks right now. We have 5 chiclets left, and we should have, what, like 12? Oh, boy. But most of them on the food service so that we can get our chiclet brethren back. And they're gonna, the next wave is gonna attack before the guy even gets to the research station. Is this a joke? How am I supposed to do this? I have no idea how I'm supposed to do this. And he's going to the wrong research station. Good job, you idiot. Pathetic. This is definitely it. Going down. Going down with the ship. 11 enemies, and they're all grouped up. These guys are screwed! No, there's no way. And you guys thought this game was going to be easy, jerks. Alright, food service. You know what? I feel like I should just go for the research. They're already attacking. This game's a joke. Maybe the monoliths are the same every single time. So maybe if I like went to this one right away, if that bottom one is the timer, if that's the case, then I could just get that right away, because that would be the most helpful thing. He killed our idol guy. Poor guy. Just spawned into the world and he gets murdered. Well, it's been fun. Game over. Survived for 65 minutes. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. Please leave a like if you guys enjoyed this, and leave a comment. I want to know what you guys think about this. If you want me to do more vloggy type stuff, or if I should do another one of these, just whatever. If there's another game that you guys found that I haven't heard of, just leave me a comment. I enjoy hearing from you guys. All right, thanks for watching. See ya.